begins now.
The man accused of murdering a Colorado mom with ties to the inland Northwest is back in court. His family is fighting for custody of the couple's daughter.
And we have followed his journey for the past year. Now a former refugee and U.S. citizen is taking full advantage of the American dream.
And we've got dry skies outside for our Thursday forecast as high pressure builds around us. But by the time we get to your Friday and your weekend, all bets are off. Showers are moving in.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Well, for years, Smokey Bear has only been able to say those 5 words. But now for his 75th birthday, celebrities are helping him expand his vocabulary. Well, thanks so much for being with us here on KREM 2 News at noon. I'm Jen York.
Hi, everyone. I'm Laura Papetti. The clouds have been sort of rolling in slowly, taunting us all morning long. Evan Narani tells us to prepare for some spring showers.
That's exactly right. We started off our morning with just partly cloudy skies. You can see on satellite radar, though, how those clouds have thickened over just the last couple hours, and they're kind of setting the stage for the next round of showers headed our way. On satellite radar there, you can see a couple showers just around the central and southern panhandle and around the Palouse area. There are also a couple showers over toward western Washington and around central Washington, but everything is happening south of I-90. The thicker cloud cover is south of I-90 and going to continue to push farther north from there. On the 12-hour forecast, temperatures are expected to make their way to the upper 50s this afternoon. Some areas of the Northwest going to be hitting 60 degrees by this afternoon, but otherwise Spokane expected to just kind of cap out at about 58. Right now we are getting there. We're in the 50s through much of the region, 51 in Spokane, 52 degrees in Coeur d'Alene, and 55 in Wenatchee. Again, we've got those showers building, so these clouds are really setting the stage for that next round of on-off showers, even the possibility of some thunderstorms going into the next few days. We'll be talking about that coming up in just a bit.
Evan, thank you. Coming in new at noon, the man accused of murdering a Colorado mom with ties to the inland Northwest appeared in court today for a custody hearing.
Patrick Frazee is accused of killing his fiancée, Kelsey Barrett. A judge previously granted custody of the couple's 1-year-old daughter to Barrett's parents. But one of Frazee's family members is also fighting for custody. Tomorrow, Frazee is due back in court to face a murder charge. He could enter a plea, and a judge is expected to set a trial date.
Now, officials believe that Frazee beat Barrett to death with a baseball bat on Thanksgiving. They believe he then burned her body and dumped the remains in a landfill. Police are still searching that landfill today for any possible evidence. An Idaho nurse, Crystal Kenny, pleaded already guilty to tampering with evidence following Barrett's disappearance. She has agreed to testify against Frazee. Meanwhile, Frazee has maintained his innocence all along.
We have an update to a story we first brought you yesterday at noon. A person of interest is in jail as Seattle police investigate a woman's claim she was raped by a man she thought was her rideshare driver. The King County Sheriff's Office tells us the 34-year-old man turned himself in. The woman says she was at a Ballard bar in December when a friend called a rideshare for her. She says the driver of the car she got into took her to White Center, raped her, and then took her home. Authorities do not believe the man is a rideshare driver.
All right, you may remember our story about a young Afghan refugee. He and his family left his home country during the war, and they have faced so much hardship, it seems like, at just about every turn. Well, we were there last year as local Facebook group MTFU gifted him with a $2,000 check and a car. It was all to help him, his mother and brothers get to work and to school, and they made such a difference.
In June, we were there when he became a U.S. citizen, and now he and his family are hoping to take full advantage of the American dream. KREM 2's Kiera L. Fallon tells us about a new business he and his brother started and how they hope to return a favor they are forever grateful for.
Aziz Multifet and his family have lived in Spokane for the past 5 years, and in a couple months it'll be almost a year since Aziz became a U.S. citizen. Right now, him and his brother are in school, but they're taking every opportunity they can to live the American dream. They actually just launched an online business back in March, selling t-shirts, hoodies, and sweatshirts with designs that they themselves created. The business called Luca Pello went live in March, and the brothers say it is a product of the love and support they have seen since coming to the Spokane area. Aziz says teachers, co-workers, friends, and MTFU all made him believe he could achieve his goals. He also says this is an opportunity to help support his mother, who sacrificed a lot to bring them to America and put them in school.
The American dream for me is like having a home, having a good car, having a good job, being part of something big, and being able to help someone else who needs help. Family always has been important to me. In my culture, and family is the most important thing. Because as a big son, you have to take care of your family and support them.
My mom has done a lot for me, and I feel like I need to give a little back. She did sacrifice a lot, and I feel like I owe her a lot more, and I feel like if I can do something to help her out, I would.
Ahmad has a passion for drawing and design, and Aziz a passion for his family. Together, they are the perfect team. Now, if you're interested in checking out their business, we have a link up on our website at KREM.com. I'll send it back to you.
Kara, love that story. Love the continual follow-up that we've had. He's always smiling, always just so grateful for everything. So we need to get online and check that out.
Absolutely.
All right, 12:05 right now. We are just a few weeks away from the beginning of, get this, wildfire season. It's hard to imagine, but it's just about here.
It definitely is hard to talk about, especially when we're talking about showers in the forecast. But the National Park Service is encouraging people to prepare now. Well, we know the inland Northwest suffers from heavy smoke and fires during the summer months. For the last 3 years, August and September have just been filled with smoke.
Leaders at Washington Emergency Management say it is a good idea to invest in a good mask and do it now before it's actually needed, so you have it. The agency recommends buying what's called an N95 or N99 mask. They tend to sell out when wildfire season begins.
Because after 75 years of...
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Turns out there's much more to say. Nearly 90% of wildfires are caused by us humans being careless.
Well, Smokey Bear turns 75 this year. In 4 years, he has only been able to say, only you can prevent wildfires. We all know that, right? But for his big day, Stephen Colbert, Al Roker, and Jeff Foxworthy are lending their voices to Smokey. It's part of a wider campaign for wildfire prevention. Smokey also stepped into the digital age by being made into an emoji.
I love it. My husband has been wearing a Smokey the Bear t-shirt I bought him. I think in honor of his birthday, they're for sale everywhere. And so I was like, that one, I love it.
Good to talk about now as we head into wildfire season.
You got it. It is 12:07 right now. Many people call it the Amway House, but you could soon be calling it a bed and breakfast. The latest on the owner's plans to turn it into an event venue.